Merry Christmas from Jack's Meat Shack and the Grinch. He's broken into the barbecue school and he's going to cook some ribs on the Ninja Woodfire. Let's go. First of all, add in your wood pellets into the side of the grill and then stabilise the temperature at 135 degrees Celsius and obviously set the grill to smoke. Now we're going to prepare the ribs. These are Swift pork ribs. I got these from Firefly Barbecue. In the UK, you can get them from Farm Foods occasionally, but you have to check for availability. We're going to use a cloth to pat them dry, and then using the blunt side of the spoon, we're going to remove the membrane by getting our fingers in underneath it and trying to pull it off in one go without ripping it. You can use a paper towel to do this if you can't get the grip on it, but this one has come away quite nicely, and then we're going to pull this off and take it to one side. It doesn't cook very nicely, becomes like tracing paper. It's not very pleasant to eat, so we're going to take it off, put it to one side before carrying on. We're using hot sauce as a binder. Hot sauce allows the rub to stick to the ribs more nicely, and we're going to repeat the process by flipping them over and doing it on the reverse side. If you want to use olive oil, you can use that. If you want to use mustard, you can use that. I quite like the Cholula hot sauce. Then we're going to use my Jack's Meat Shack rodeo rub. It's made with no added sugar and it gives a really nice level of heat because there's some fiery chipotle, cayenne and mustard seed in it. Flip the ribs over and repeat the process of seasoning. You want to season the rear of the ribs, not just the front, so you've got a nice level of flavour when you bite into them. Get this on about 15-20 minutes before you start cooking and allow it to penetrate into the actual meat. Now, once the grill has stabilised and you've got a nice level of smoke, I mean, look at that. We're going to get these ribs in 135 degrees Celsius, and you don't want to do anything to them for a good hour or so. So we will see you in about an hour. To accompany our smoked ribs, we're going in with a Brussels sprout coleslaw. Yes, you heard it right, a Brussels sprout slaw. We're not just going to roast them to within an inch of their life, we're going to make them into a coleslaw. Slice them as fine as you can, and then grate some carrots and some white cabbage and cut that nice and fine as well. Once you've got all your ingredients prepared, you're going to get them into a large mixing bowl, and then you're going to go in with your wet ingredients, full fat natural yogurt, some mayonnaise, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar just to get it to become moist. Then we're going to finish off with some cranberries, season heavily with salt and pepper, and that is your coleslaw done. Check the ribs. About an hour and a half in, and they're starting to look really, really nice. The meat is starting to lift away from the bones and we're getting a really, really nice bark. So now we're going to wrap them. At this point, they were probing around 65 degrees Celsius. Get some pads of butter down onto your foil. We're also going to add in a couple of heaped tablespoons of cranberry sauce for a Christmas kick. Ocean spray cranberry sauce. Get that down onto your foil and then add another drizzle of honey. This is JD's hot honey. It's got a nice spicy kick to it. Then you're going to get your ribs onto the foil and lay them meat side down so the bones are facing upwards. This will allow them to poach in that butter and that cranberry sauce when you get them back into the Ninja. Wrap them up nice and tight like a birthday present. You don't want any of that steam or that liquid that we're going to create with the butter and the cranberry sauce to start escaping. It will help braise them, it will help them go nice and soft, and eventually when they reach around 90 degrees Celsius you can take them off. Return them to the grill, close the lid and wait another hour or so. Check them sporadically with an instant read thermometer while they cook. After an hour we're going to take them off and see how they're looking. There's a misconception that ribs take hours and hours to cook. We're only about 2.5 hours in now, and these are looking pretty good. We've got an amazing bark on the outside. They're becoming nice and tender, and they're probing around 90 degrees Celsius. So we are pretty much there. I'm gonna keep them in the foil, and I'm just gonna return them to the grill for another 10-15 minutes, just to get that bark to firm up a little bit. Realistically, if you wanted to take them off now and eat them, you could, but I'm just going to get them back in for 10 minutes or so just to get that bark to become nice and shiny. I mean, look at that. They're slicing really, really nice. There's going to be bags of flavour from the rub, the binder, the butter, the honey, you name it, packed with flavour. And we're going to go in with a really nice fresh slaw to accompany our ribs. All that's left to do now is the bite test. Perfect. Pull away tenderness, not falling apart. Beautiful. Merry Christmas and don't forget to like and subscribe.